friends, it's Carolyn Zick here with CZick Stitch, and today is Saturday, September 3rd already, 2022. Welcome to my channel about cross stitch. I'm so glad that you are here, spending part of your day or your evening with me. Happy Labor Day weekend to those of you in the States. We have a 3-day weekend. Not everybody, but a lot of people get Monday off. I am one of the lucky people that gets Monday off of work, which I'm very excited about. This is the first week of classes. Everything went pretty well. We did unfortunately have a very tragic accident on campus on the first day of classes where we actually lost a student. Unfortunately, there was an accident and he passed away. So that part was a very difficult start to our new academic year. We still don't know who it was because for the family's privacy, they are not releasing the name of the student. So it was just a little, definitely put a pretty dark shadow on the start of our academic year. So we are definitely, thoughts are going out to the family and the friends, and the 2 other young women were injured and are in the hospital recovering. So it has been a difficult week. I believe they were first years, but we don't know because nothing, names have not been released as of yet. So that was one of the things that was going on this week. I did start my class. The class itself is going very well despite other things happening outside of class. I remember how I've been waiting for bookshelves to come in for about a year from IKEA. They came in stock last week and they are in my house. So that's what I'm going to do. Part of this weekend is I'm going to be putting these bookshelves together. And so maybe in the next video, I'll do a little addendum to the craft room tour and show you the bookshelf. I have 2 bookshelves. One is for the craft room here in the closet and one is for my bedroom for books. So I'm very excited about that. So I will show that to you at some point, but my plan is to work on that this weekend, and I have to prep for class on Tuesday because I have class on Tuesday morning. So I'm going to have to do some prep for that class on Tuesday, and I have a class starting at the end of this month, which I need to prep for. So it'll be a busy weekend. Maybe I can squeeze in a nap one of these days, but we will see. All right, we are in September. We had another heat wave. It felt like every week in July and August, we had a streak of 90, 95 plus degrees. This coming week, it seems like it will not be that hot, and I am all about it. I am ready for fall. So I will be very happy if the temps kind of cool down a little bit. But some stats from August, since we are at the start of a new month. So I started August with 44 whips. I had 2 new starts. I had 1 finish. Technically, I had 2 finishes. So the one was educated, and the second one was that one of the early bird bouquets chart. But because I plan to do all 3, I'm not actually counting that as a finish in terms of the number of whips I have. That it is a finish. I finished one of them. But that does not really count as a finish because it didn't reduce my whip count any. So for these purposes, I only have 1 finish. So that evens out to ending the month with 45 whips. So there you go. And my total stitching time for the month was 97 hours. So pretty good considering this was the month that I was back to work and commuting and all that good stuff. So I am still going through all your lovely comments, so I'm not through yet par for the course. I've responded to some of them, but I am still getting caught up on those. So let's just go ahead and get right into our whips. So first up is Carolyn's Balloons. This is by Jan Hicks of Jan Hicks Creates. This is a Needlework Expo release. And I'm not sure if I have a picture. Let me see if I have even a black and white picture. I don't know if I do. I got an advanced copy and I'm stitching it kind of as, not really a model, but just as a way that people can see what it looks like on a little bit larger fabric. So this is a black and white copy. This is what it will look like. This is a seasonal series. She is going to come out with one for each of the other seasons, but she started with autumn. So if you like this, you can pick it up because it's being released at Needlework Expo. And I would like for you to stitch it. And I am loving it. This is I am a part, I've been really bad about posting pictures, but I am a part of Melanie Watkins' Soulful Stitching. She started a Facebook group called Cross Stitch 25/7, where you cross stitch 25 minutes or 25 stitches a day. And this is the piece that I'm using that for. And often I do, well, not often, but sometimes I'll do more as well. Like I'll do my whole 3-hour stitching time in the evening on this piece. I guess I've only done that a couple of times. This piece is on a Fortnite Fabrics 32 count shark fin. So you can kind of see it's just like a really light gray. And this is where I almost have the first page done. This is going to say autumn, obviously. And then I will kind of move over. This second page over here is not a full page. But look how fun this is. I love this so much. I'm using all the called for. It's a mix of Weeks Dye Works, Classic Color Works, I think maybe one Gast in there. But look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I love it so, so much. Thank you, Jan, for designing this for me. So yes, like I said, this was available at Needlework Expo. So it is a new release. And I think you should pick it up and stitch it with me. That's what I think. I am partial to it, of course. Let me show you the colors, the thread colors really quick here. It's attached. So they're kind of a mess, but you can get an idea of very autumnal, beautiful, beautiful colors. So I spent a total, I got 16.5 hours in the month of August on that piece. Just doing a little bit every day, most days. It adds up. It really does. Next up, I have another sort of finish, but it's not going to count as a finish for my whip count. This is for August. This is Glitter Houses. I did the eye in bird. So the acrostic for last month was bird. The eye is for iridescent fabric. Can you see the sparkle? You can kind of see the sparkle. I'm stitching this on, I think it's a 32 count natural silver, I believe. And this is Glitter Houses by Country Cottage Needleworks. House number 3. This is the one that I worked on. I finished it. So the top row is now done. Look how cute that is. I think it's Darling. Top row is done. So there's 6 more charts. So this is going to go away for the year. And it's going to come back out next year. But I met my goal on this. My goal on this was 15 hours total, I believe, for the year. Maybe 18. I can't quite remember. I finished the goal, and I think I did a little more, actually, because I was really close to finishing number 3. And I did. And so it's super, super cute. I still don't like stitching on this fabric. The eye is for iridescent because of the sparkle fabric, if I didn't already say that. I really dislike stitching on it. It's very, very difficult for me to see, and my stitches are not good because they're kind of all over the place. It's a linen, and it's hard to see. So, yeah, I probably won't stitch on that fabric again. That block number 3 took me 14.5 hours. I did have some frogging to do, but that is done. So I'm super excited. That one will now go away for the year. Next up, I did my other day on a stitching shelf. And this is kind of funny. Okay, so I'll try to, if I'm editing, if I remember, I'll try to put a picture in here of what it will look like. We started this for World Cross Stitch Day with Tina from Tina Stitches, Kim from Stitch and Stuff, and a bunch of other individuals. We have a Facebook group, which is always linked down below. If you are working on this piece or want to start this piece, please join us. So my I wanted to get 3 days of work done on this in August. So I had my last day working on it. And what I'm trying to do now is I'm pulling it down. You can see there's still a lot of open spots. That's okay. I'm okay with that. I'm trying to pull it down so that I can, so I want to get maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 colors in it to just kind of pull it down so that I can get each of the seasons at least started. And then I can maybe do something with working on it in the seasons. So I did a bunch of these stitches and then went back up in here, and there's a nice big chunk there that I worked on. And I did, before I realized that I should be pulling down, I did a bunch of fill-in work up here as well. So I got 371 stitches done in about 3 hours, which is good. And a lot of that is thanks to these big chunks of color. And I am now 0.29% of the way finished with this piece. Still a ways to go. But it's really fun. I'm really enjoying the challenge of that piece, and I'm enjoying the colors are just gorgeous on that piece. All right, and then the big news is that we have started ABCingo. It is underway. We're going. It is so much fun. It's a pop-up challenge for the month of September. We did this last year as well. And you stitch on a piece for 100 stitches or 1 hour, however you track it. You take each letter of the alphabet and you assign a project to it, somehow make it fit that letter, and you put it on your bingo board. And each evening I call for the next day what the letter is going to be. So for example, I'll show you my board here. So this is my board. I put, because there's only 25 blocks on the bingo board, each year we take out a letter, and we took out H this year. So every letter of the alphabet is in here except for H. I just put A through Z minus H in random.org, and there is a list function where it will mix up the list for you. So that's the function I use, and then I just put in the letters to mix them up. And you can see these 2 greens are the ones that are already called and I have already stitched on. So we had P and V, and I'll show you those projects in just a minute. And then X was called for today because I call it the night before to help people plan, and also those who are in Australia. It's already afternoon the next day by the time I call it, so that helps them out a little bit. So that is what it looks like. So our first letter called was P, and my P is Princess Ileana by Mirabilia. If you remember, I restarted this one earlier this year on different fabric. Or this is a Nora Corbett one, actually. This is what she will look like. I love the colors in her. This one uses all of the new DMC, like DMC 1 through 35. So that's really fun. They're gorgeous, gorgeous colors. Just looking for my fabric choice. Okay, yes. So my fabric choice for this one is a color and cotton 32 count Parthenon. And I like it so much better than the other fabric I was using. So I finished up as much as I could on this little pokey-uppy thing. I filled in some shadow here. You can see I still have a string attached to the back because I ran out of time. I'm working down in that area. I kind of came out here and I started filling in here. You see a lot of blank spaces. Those are all for beads. So this is just going to be part of her dress. And this is on my WipGo board another couple of times yet this month. So this will be staying out. And I haven't worked on it much this year. So she's going to get some more love as we go into the end of the year. That's what she looks like. I really love stitching on this one. And I want to stitch on it a lot more and make a lot more progress. So this one was fun. So that was P for Princess Ileana. This was also for this month's acrostic. She's on my acrostic for this month several times, also for the P. So I'm double dipping in that way. And then the last piece that I worked, so what I'm doing, so you only have to do 100 stitches or an hour for ABCingo. What I am doing is the same way I did Bringo earlier this year, which is I'm just doing my whole stitching time for that evening because I have yearly goals on these pieces too. And the way that I did the yearly goals are in sections of 3, so like 3 hours. So I just stitch on them for the whole evening. So The next one was V. So last night V was called, and for V, I am doing Halloween at Hawkrun Hollow, which is one of my Whip Go goals for this month, and I am on block 4. I just started block 4 last night. That one is actually fairly reasonable in terms of the amount of stitching. Like, there's not a ton. Like, this one is almost full coverage, and this one is full coverage. So all things considered. And the way that V works into this is because I am stitching this on 32 count Vanilla Latte by Bestitch Me. And this is what I got done last night. So I got the border done, and then I started building this house down here and got this part of the roof done while watching Dateline, which is really scary to watch Dateline when you live alone. But yeah, so I got that done. So this is block 4. So this is as wide as it will get. And then whenever I finish this block, I don't think I'll get it done this year, but that's okay. I'll move down to the next block. So that's what I worked on this week. It is fun to pull out a lot of these projects and trying to get some hours in on the ones that I maybe haven't given a lot of love to earlier this year, as we are in kind of the last, not quite the last quarter, but almost the last quarter of the year. I have started thinking about next year because, you know, I'm a planner. And I chatted with Sarah from Stitchy Mommy a little bit because I keep oscillating. So I want to go into next year with fewer plans, if you can believe that. And so part of what I was going to do was, I mean, there are still things I want to be a part of, like Magazine Monthly Challenge, of course. I still want to do that. I still want to, the ABCingo and the Bringo, I still want to be a part of those. The Garon, Focus on a Designer, I want to be a part of that most months, like kind of how I'm doing it this year. I'm not doing every single month, but doing most of the months. So I still want to be a part of that. So I think WhipGo is the one. I love it because it gives me, it helps me make so much great progress. And at one point I had it planned out where I'm going to do 2 WhipGo boards. And what's silly about it is you set your own goals. So I could just say, set, not as high of a goal. But for some reason I feel, and I know you're saying, well, if you want less structure, why are you doing 2 WhipGo boards instead of 1? Because there's so much good stuff that I want to stitch on. So at one point I have developed an idea for 2 WhipGo boards for next year. And then I'm like, and then that would still give me the weekends, because for mine, if I do 4 days for each call of WhipGo, that would be 16 days in the month, which technically then gives me the other half of the month to do whatever I want. And then Sarah mentioned in her last Flosstube from Stitchy Mommy that she was thinking of doing no WhipGo, no challenges, nothing like that, unless she wanted to. And I was like, yeah, what if I did that too? Again, I love WhipGo, but I think maybe just taking a year break, maybe. But here's the other thing that I thought of last night, because I have 2 WhipGo boards and 6 projects on each WhipGo board. And so then I was like, well, that's 12 projects. There's 12 months in the year. So I'm going to figure out, I'm going to do something with, stitch on X number of days, each of these projects. Maybe I'll use my wheel, my Tiny Decisions app to spin it and say, I'm going to work on this project X number of days, or maybe this will be my focus piece for the year, for the month. Well, I don't want to say focus piece because these are all the larger projects, right, that aren't near done. That's my point of using WhipGo, is just to move pieces forward. I want to free up some time in the month to work on pieces that are closer to being finished, if that makes any sense. So I'm still working it out. I'm going to do something close to WhipGo, but maybe not make a WhipGo board where I am spinning, or maybe I'll do half of a WhipGo board, right? Instead of having 2 calls each month, maybe I'll just do 1 call. I don't know. I'm still going to figure it out. So maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll, because I love Jessie Marie and I love the concept of WhipGo. But in order to make it work for me, if I just want 1 project per month, I'll have to kind of figure out how I'll do that to be like WhipGo adjacent, something like that. So and I'm still going to the montages that I've started. I know Sitchy Mommy started those. I know EJ's going to start them next year. I'm still planning on working on those monthly. So those are going to be my Sunday piece each week for next year. So I'm still going to do that. But then like during the week or whatever, I can work on whatever I want and just try to get some of these whip numbers down. I'm not saying I'm doing no new starts. I'm not going that far yet. So that's kind of what I'm thinking for next year, but I'm still figuring all of that out. Okay, let's do haul. I got some haul to show you, which is really exciting because I haven't had much haul at all this summer, I feel like. And none of this is expo that will be coming in. But so these first few things are all subscription type things. So I just picked this up today. I went to brunch with a friend this morning. So I'm filming a little bit later than I normally would. But I just went to brunch with my friend this morning, and I just picked up my mail on the way in. And my Garon, this is Cottage Garden Threads, floss of the month was in. And it's like, ooh, that's not, you can kind of see it. It's like dark blacks. This is like a really dark green. This one's a little more purpley, but it's like, this one's gray. So they're dark colors. So beautiful. I love, love, love these colors. And then I am also in the Fat Quarter Shop Fine Floss MPI Floss of the Month Club. And this is Marigold Yellow. So we got a batch of yellows, 5 of the yellows, which are also pretty perfect for fall. So that came. I'm in the Rogue Fabric of the Month Club, the Rogue Stitching, and this piece is by Ship's Manor, and it is called Dreamy. Did I already show this last week? I feel like I showed the MPI last week and this last week, but you can see it again. I've had it. I feel like I've had it for a little while. So that's what that looks like. And I think I even pointed out that the floss would also look very pretty. Like those are like Ukrainian colors, sort of. All right, so forgive me if you already saw that. You might have already seen that. And then I know you did not see this. Number 8, I'm in the Crazy Annie's Stocking Ornament Club where you get one a month. So this is 8 Maids of Milking, and it comes. I get the fabric with it. So I got that, number 8. I went to Joann's. What did I need? I needed note cards for class that I'm teaching. But they had the 2022 Halloween issue, just cross-stitch. And I think I have 1 or 2 more coming for giveaways, so that will be great. You can see I've already looked through it very briefly last night, but I was very tired, so I want to look through it again. I will be doing a flip through of this hopefully this weekend. If not, then definitely next weekend, so that you can get an idea of what's in here. And then when I was picking up my mail today, the 2022 Christmas ornament issue was in it. So that's super exciting. So I haven't had a chance to look at this yet either, but I will do a flip through of that, and we can look at that and see what we need to stitch. So that's fun that those 2 issues are now in my hot little hands. So just as a reminder, the Halloween issue, if you have a subscription to Just Cross Stitch, Halloween, for whatever reason, does not come with your subscription. Christmas ornaments does come with your subscription. So I always forget which one is which. And then on my way home from brunch with my friend, which is not at all on the way, I stopped by Acorns because I needed a couple of flosses, like 2 skeins of flosses. What I needed, I think I ended up with 3. Maybe I needed 3 skeins. I can't remember. And then I was looking around because, well, I'm in the Year of the Woods chart of the month club. So I picked up, this is number 8, which I hadn't picked up, the Barn Owl. Super cute. I think this one was there last time I was working, but we were so busy that I didn't even think to grab it. So I have this. And then number 9, the Woodpecker came out. So I have this as well. So you can see we're starting to get into fall. So I got those. And then I picked up a couple of things. I guess this is an expo release, I guess. This is Cottage Garden Samplings, Trick or Treat. I think it's darling. So I got that. Very cute. Cute little Trick or Treat sampler. And I got 2 more Rosewood Manors because I just couldn't help myself. This is Creation 2. I have been eyeing this one for a while. Look at these colors. They're so pretty. They're so pink and, oh my gosh, they're so gorgeous. And this is just DMC. This whole thing, oftentimes she uses Valdani for like the Quaker series. These are all DMC, and I love those pinks. So Creation 2 by Rosewood Manor I picked up. And then I picked up Tickled Pink, also by Rosewood Manor. Also charted in all DMC. And look at that lovely linen behind there. I think that's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So I picked up those. And then I have wanted, I don't know, Corey makes these bags for Acorns and sells them there. And I don't know why I haven't gotten one recently or ever. Because she has gorgeous fabric. So Corey, I grabbed this one, which I love. And it has the cute little needle for your zipper pull with the little charms on it. And it has a vinyl front. These are my skeins of floss I needed. A Krynic and a couple of Weeks Dye Works. But isn't that gorgeous? And then this is like a red fabric on the inside. I think it's so pretty. A lady in the checkout line saw it and she's like, I almost got that one. I'm like, too bad it's mine. I'm just kidding. I didn't actually say that. But she got a very pretty one too. And I was like, yours is gorgeous too. She's like, yes. She's like, it is. She's like, basically, we just want all the bags. So Corey, great job. I love it. Thank you so much. So that's my haul. Pretty good, huh? Considering that I've been really good lately. So today I was not so well behaved, but that's all right. Okay, giveaways. Let's talk giveaways. Okay, so Educated. Someone pointed out to me that they think I forgot some back stitching on this lower book. And they are right. I forgot the spine. I did the pages, but I forgot that little droop to make the spine. And then that straight stitch down to show the spine. So I'm going to have to go back in and do that before I frame it. So thank you so much for pointing that out. You all see things that I miss. And I just get so excited that, oh, I'm done. I'm going to put this away. But I'm not quite done. I have to do 2 more little stitches. But so Carla won this last week, and Carla very kindly said, you know what? I have enough to stitch. Why don't you give it to somebody else? Very kind of you, Carla. She did assure me that she was going to buy a lottery ticket because she has been winning a lot. So hopefully, we can split it if you do win something, maybe, because that seems fair. But so the new winner is, so I just pulled from that particular Flosstube, everybody who entered. So the new winner is All the Stitches 37. So please email me your address at czlookstitch@gmail.com with your address. I have not sent out last week's winnings yet either because it's been a very hectic week. So we're back to asking you to be patient and bear with me for the giveaways. But All the Stitches 37, I will send this out to you. Then we had, I never heard from the patient stitcher after 2 weeks. So I redrew for this one as well. So I give you about 2 weeks to get back to me, which I think is somewhat fair. I hope that's fair. But the new winner of this is Arlene Curry. So Arlene, please email me your address and I will get this sent out to you. All right. So the winners for this week, so those are old winners. Now, the new winners. So we had Little House Needleworks Cardinal Winter. This is such a sweet, sweet piece. Tweet piece. It's such a tweet piece. Get it? Because it says tweet up there. But the winner of this is Linda Hollingsworth. So, Linda, congratulations. Send me your address, and I will get that shipped out to you. Next up, also by Little House Needleworks, we have Christmas in the Country. Super sweet piece. Very, very cute. The winner of this is Jennifer Reads and Creates. So Jennifer, if you want to send me your address, that would be great. And last but not least, we gave away a Rosewood Manor. This is 12 Days of Christmas. And it's the song, but it's with specialty stitches. So super fun. And the winner of this is Georgie McDougall. Georgie, you're the winner, and I think I do need your address, so if you can please send that to me, I will get that shipped out to you as well. So super fun. For this week, we are going to do something kind of super special. We're going to do a Prairie Schooler giveaway on cardstock. These are all the original Prairie Schoolers that people have gifted to me over the years for giveaways. So this is kind of a collective generosity of individuals. So they're all Christmas. They're all Prairie Schooler. So first up, we have Christmas traditions. So I'm going to try to show you. I know my lighting isn't great today. So you get this alphabet. You get this little Santa. It says Merry Christmas with all the toys. And then you also get this nativity scene. And it says peace on earth, goodwill to men. So if you are interested in winning this is open worldwide. Please don't say anything about winning or giveaway. But if you're interested in this, say something about traditions. It could be as simple as I want to stitch traditions, or you can work it into a sentence, or you can just say the word traditions like some people do, which is perfect. Either way is perfectly fine. I love your creativity. Some people really get creative with their sentences. That one is traditions. Next up, we have another 12 Days of Christmas. Again, original cardstock. So it's the song, which I'm sure you're familiar with. This, I should do, this one is 95 stitches high by 250 stitches wide. And if you're interested in this, say days. Let's do days. D-A-Y-S. 12 Days of Christmas. Okay. And the last but not least one is Santa Moon. So you get 6 patterns of different Santas on different moon shapes. So you get all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are six charts in here. So if you're interested in this, say moon. M-O-O-N. All right, so that will be super fun to give away. And then plans. This is pretty short. Well, I guess it's about regular length. Plans. ABCingo. My ABCingo is continuing. I'm going to continue to work on Carolyn's balloons for my 25/7 and continue making progress on that. And then whatever is called for ABCingo. I do know, because I called last night for today. So today, today's letter is the letter X. And my letter X is Royal Holiday, also by Mirabilia. And this is X for X stitch. Stitches are X. This is also on my acrostic for the month, for the Magazine Monthly Challenge, which the word is explore. So it's also the X in that because I'm double dipping. That is what it will look like. And let me show you where I'm at. This is on a Fabrics by Stephanie. I'm not sure what it's called. Okay, yeah. Okay, I put a little arrow, up arrow. Okay, so here's where I'm at. So this will also be good to get out. This is on my ABCingo board a few times this month as well. So this will be coming out a few times, but that's where I'm at. This is another one that I really wanted to focus on to push it closer to finish. So like I was talking about with two Blipco boards, this would have been one of them on there, but we'll see. We'll see what I'm just feeling a little confined. And I figure if I really hate having too much freedom, I can always make goals and start up Whipco even partway through. So that is what I know I will be stitching on. Other than that, it's just whatever gets called each day for ABCingo. But it's super fun. It is not too late to join. We go through the 25th of September, and then you have the last 5 days of the month to do any makeup work that you need to do. So if you still want to join us, you certainly can join us over in the Magazine Monthly Challenge group on Facebook. That's all I have for you. I will be back next Saturday. I hope you have a wonderful week. I hope it is cooling off wherever you are if you're in the Northern Hemisphere. And I'll talk to you soon.